Welcome. Lovely to be with you all again. So, hi there to Maurits, hi to Marco, hi to Vitali, and hi to Julia. Lovely to see you. Hi Manisco, great to have you. Next stream will be on Thursday, which will be the 19th of February. Okay, believe it or not, it's a bank holiday here today. So let me just put that there. Okay, we were doing an article about changing your personality, changing personality traits. So all you've got to do is find the right word to go in the gap, choose the right one, and here we go. Stieger conducted a similar intervention supported by a smartphone app in 2021, which also produced desired, required, sought, demanded changes in extraversion, conscientiousness, neuroticism, and agreeableness, but not openness. So let's see, Vitali goes required, Julia says required, Maurits goes for desired. Okay, so let's see. Demanded changes, very definitely not. Sought changes, woof, I don't even like the word order here. The changes that were sought. So are these changes desired or required? So on some level I think required sounds more idiomatic, but why would changes be required? It's not sought. I personally liked your desired changes. The changes that people desired. Desired, says VK, welcome. Not in Spain. Bank holidays can fall on any day in Spain. They don't play the Monday game, which is a good thing, which leads to possibilities of bank holiday on Tuesday means yesterday nobody was at work either. Okay, so the desired changes, the changes that were wanted, the changes that people wanted. Hi Oksana, lovely to see you. Okay, so let's continue. The alterations lasted, extended, held, persisted, produced the desired effect. Okay, the alterations lasted, extended, held, persisted at a 3-month checkup. Lasted, says Vandana. Welcome, Vandana. Lasted, says Julia. Lasted, says Manisco. Lasted, says Maurits. So what preposition would you put with that lasted? Lasted at? Marco's gone for lasted as well. Okay, extended to a 3-month. Held, no. Continued. Vitali's going to go for persisted. Yes. So the alterations persisted. Continued. We're continuing. I think the alterations continued to it's persist. The alterations lasted to, but if lasted to, then they stopped at the 3-month checkup. Lasted through, no, it's persisted, to persist, to keep going, to keep being there. The alterations persisted. Yeah, they continued to exist at a 3-month checkup. last, it doesn't work. Last, I'm trying to, the alterations were still seen to be lasting at a 3-month checkup. Persisted is much, much, much better. Were kept up at, yes. Okay. From Hudson's paper, I cribbed, cradled, pirated, bootlegged a set of activities to encourage change in each of my target personality dimensions. Here's a sampling from them. Okay, from Hudson's paper, I cribbed, cradled, pirated, bootlegged. Cribbed, says Vitali. Bootlegged, says Maurits. Okay, bootleg. To bootleg is either to create illegal alcohol without paying tax, or to record a concert unofficially. When I was a kid, you could buy bootleg versions of different concerts. So bootlegged could be copied as well, but no. Pirated, you pirate software. Cribbed, in this context, to crib, absolutely. Cradled is to hug, but to crib, let's see, cribbed. If I have a test for my students, I allow a crib sheet. To crib is to copy. If you're in a test or in an exam, you can crib off your neighbour. You're looking at your neighbour's work. Hi, Victoria. Okay, so to crib is to copy somebody else's work. Crib is about, so I copied a set of activities exactly. To crib is about plagiarization of your neighbour in an exam. Crib, copy illicitly without acknowledgement. Absolutely. And when I have an exam, I like my students to make their own crib sheet to cheat off, because like that they've learned it anyway, and my objective has been fulfilled. Decreasing neuroticism. A cheat sheet, yes. But let's see, a cheat sheet is much more American. I, as a Brit, would say a crib sheet. A crib sheet, a cheat sheet. Decreasing neuroticism. Start to meditate daily. Write a regular gratitude journal. Try to oppose, contradict, parry, counter a negative thought with a positive one. Or merely write the thought down and how it makes you feel. Counter, says Vitali. Contradict, says Oksana. Hi, spoken English. Hi, Olga. Olga says counter. Manisco says parry. Contradict, says Victoria. Wow, we've got lots of different answers here. This is great. Okay, let's look at this. Contradict, says Julia. Contradict, says Vandana. Okay, so oppose is to fight against. Susanta, welcome Susanta. Okay, I remember you, definitely Susanta. To oppose. You oppose an enemy, you oppose an idea. Contradict a negative thought with a positive one. But to contradict is to say that no, that's not true. And maybe you haven't, I suppose it could be contradict, I suppose. But contradict a negative thought with a positive one. I think I would have to accept contradict. Parry is when you are fighting with swords and somebody tries to hit you with their sword and you put your sword in the way. Maybe oppose will fit, says Olga. To oppose. Let's see. To parry. Somebody insults you and you parry the insult. And I guess parry would work as well. To counter. To counteract. To act against. Now, the word they used originally is counter. But I'm certain parry would work. And I'm certain contradict would work. You parry a shot is to knock away, is to knock something away that's coming towards you. I parried his criticism. Parry is is something that you do in sword fighting, in fencing. You parry your neighbour's attack. Hi, Human, lovely to see you. Cribbed, steal something. Yes. To copy something. To plagiarize. So I think I would accept contradict. I would accept parry as well. But the one they've used is counter. So great to see you, Human. It's been a while. And Glenn, well done. Acquiesce. Okay. So increasing extraversion. Go to events to meet new people. Say hello to a cashier at a shop. Open up, vent, own up, let on, spit it out, and honestly tell a friend how your life's going right now. Open up, says Olga. Good to have you, Olga. Open up, says Oksana. Open up, says Vitali. Extraversion. Okay, extraversion is being extroverted, is being outgoing. It's the opposite of introverted, Susanta. So extraversion, one word, is you talk to everybody. You're friendly to everybody. You're not shy and timid. You are talking to everybody. Open up, says Julia. Open up, says Human. Get it off your chest. That's good, Vitali. Open up, says Maurice. Open up, says Vandana. Or don't bottle it up. Don't bottle it in. To let on means to tell a secret. So this is a secret. Don't let on. Don't tell anyone. To vent is to shout about something that makes you angry. It's to ventilate, to let out your anger. To spit it out, to say something that's specific, that's bothering you, but to open up, to be honest, to show the real you. You open up to a friend. No, it's not bad stuff necessarily that you're talking about. Exactly, you're opening up. Yeah, you're just telling the truth. And many of the things, they might not be good, they might not be bad, they're just the things that are happening. Open up is about telling people your life, telling the truth, and it doesn't have to be bad things. It's just things. Vent is when you're angry. To own up is to admit that you've done something. To let on, disclose. Good, Glenn. Well done, Glenn. To let on is to tell a secret and spit it out. Yes, that's it, Oksana. Without judging yourself, curating your message. Good. Yeah, you're just saying how you feel. When you talk to the psychologist, or the psychiatrist, you should open up. Yeah, and spit it out is where you've got something that you should say, but you haven't said it yet. Okay. Increasing agreeableness. Do a small kindness, sympathy, charity, goodness to someone close to you. When you intend to say something mean about someone, say something positive instead. So do a small kindness, sympathy, charity, goodness to someone close to you. When you intend to say something mean about someone, say something positive instead. Do a small favour. Kindness, says Olga. Do a charity. No, you don't do a charity. You commit an act of charity. Do a kindness. Do a solid. Very good, Human. You've been watching my videos. Do a solid would work quite nicely. Do a kindness, says Vandana. Do a kindness, says Julia. Kindness, says Oksana. Exactly. Do a kindness to somebody. A kindness, something nice. Yeah, do them a favour. Do something good for them. Okay, do a sympathy. Sympathy is where I empathise with your sadness. Do an act of charity. Do a small goodness. No, goodness certainly doesn't work. To do a kindness. Absolutely, Maurits. Do a kindness. It's the collocation. So, yes, he's always doing kindnesses for people around him. Altruistic, says Glenn. That's lovely, Glenn. Do a good turn, definitely. If someone does something pesky, bitter, harsh, irritating, come up with 3 external factors that might explain their behaviour. E.g., they were having a bad day, rather than internal factors, e.g., they're a bad person. Pesky, bitter, harsh, or irritating. Irritating, says Vitali. Irritating, says Oksana. Irritating, says Olga. Pesky is very informal. Those pesky children. Pesky is like a pest. That pesky dog next door is always defecating in my garden. Do something bitter. No, you don't do something bitter. Marco says harsh. Okay, something that is harsh. A harsh decision, a very hard decision. Or a harsh winter. A very intensive and hard winter. Irritating, says Vandana. So a harsh punishment is a punishment that is much harder than normal. Hard and harsh are very close. Irritating is something that makes you angry. Yeah? Do something bitter. I can't imagine doing something bitter. Well, I guess doing something that, yes, doing something for revenge perhaps would be your bitter, but I wouldn't do something bitter. Do something pesky, yes. Do something harsh, maybe. Do something irritating, absolutely. Increase your conscientiousness. Okay, conscientiousness is doing what you're supposed to be doing. Doing the right thing and making sure you do it. Pay a bill as soon as you receive it. Organise and clear out, off, over, up your desk. Spend 30 minutes writing down a list of your short and long-term goals. Malicious. Ha. Okay, clear out, says Maurits. Clear up, says Oksana. Up, says Julia. Clear up, says Olga. Just clear your desk. Okay, Maurits, this is really interesting. Clear up, says Human. Clear up, says Manisco. Smash the like, says Julia. Okay. Clear out. if you clear out your desk, you take everything out. You leave it empty. I need to clear out this cupboard. I need to take out. I can do anything but the desk thing. So when you leave a job, you clear out your desk. Or maybe you change, you move to another place, you clear out the previous flat. Is taking things out, whereas clear up is to make tidy. Clear out is about taking everything away. Let's see, I guess clear out might work. Clear out as in getting rid of all the things that you don't need. But clear up is much better. It's tidy up. Yeah, it's tidy up. To clear off is to go away. I told him to clear off. Clear off and don't come back. Clear up is make tidy. To clear out is taking out all the things that you don't need. Clear up to make tidy. To clear out, to take things out of, to get rid of things. I cleared out all of the old clothes that I never wear anymore. I took them away and gave them to charity. Okay, so clear up, very definitely. Tighten up, tidy up. Clear out, decluttering, very good, Vandana. Or to declutter completely, to clear completely. So I guess it could be out in certain circumstances. Declutter's a very good word, Vandana. Increasing openness. Increasing openness. Read a news story, account, anecdote, line about a foreign country. Go to a poetry reading. Visit a museum or gallery. Story for Vitali, story for Oksana, story for Maurits. Story for Julia. Story for Olga. An anecdote is normally a story that somebody tells you. My friend told me an anecdote about his car breaking down and being stuck in the middle of nowhere. A news story, that's the collocation. A news account, no. A news line, no. It's got to be a news story. Yeah, a news story. Each article, each news story has a headline. Okay, but an anecdote is more normally something you tell. An anecdote is is a small incident that you tell, because notice the anecdote is more likely to be oral, is more likely to be spoken. Okay, a spoken anecdote. No, an anecdote doesn't have to be funny. It could be terrible. Very often an anecdote is funny, but it's not always funny. Yeah, an anecdote can tell all sorts of things as well. Okay. The interventions. Count, base, founded, rely on a mixture of adapting through patterns and attitudes and testing out new behaviours. Rely on, says Maurits. Rely on, says Vitali. Count on. I think I'm probably going to have to accept count as well. Okay, the interventions, count, base, founded, rely on a mixture of adapting through patterns and attitudes and testing out new behaviours. Rely, okay, are based on, Glenn. So, are based on. Rely on, says Vandana. Rely on, says Olga. Rely on for Marco. Rely on for Human. Rely on for Julia. Are based on. Rely on for Oksana. So count on. To count on is to need something certainly. I'm counting on you to come and help me tomorrow. If you don't, I'm going to be in trouble. Rely. Rely is definitely better, but I think count on might just work. The next one's quite good. The global overshadowing mainstream blanket overarching logic is, if you want to become somebody different, start thinking and acting like them. Overarching for Oksana, overarching for Maurits, overarching for Vitali, overarching for Vandana, overarching for Human. Okay, it's the arch that goes over the top of everything. It's the most important thing, the basis of it. Okay, yep, it's not necessarily a joke. Overarching, says Julia, good. The global logic, no, global logic is about the whole world. The overshadowing. One event overshadows another, is more important, or people notice it more. Mainstream logic. Mainstream logic is what everybody thinks. Overarching for Julia, the blanket logic. No, the overarching. The one that connects everything together, that holds everything in place. Okay, the overarching logic is, if you want to become somebody different, start thinking and acting like them. All-encompassing, yes. Put it another way. Fake, sham, feign, forge it until you make, slam, gain, scourge. And there's an extra bonus point if you know who is the proponent of this phrase. So, fake it till you make it, says Oksana. Fake it till you make it, says Vitali. Fake it till you make it, says Julia. Fake it until you make it. Fake it. I will do more of the Maurits. Yes, because everybody was in trouble. Fake it till you make it, says Human. Fake it till you make it for Maurits. Fake it till you make it for Olga. Emile Coué. I've heard this from Amy Cuddy. Amy Cuddy, you'll find, if you look fake it till you make it, she's a great proponent of this. So pretend to be something until you become it. It's like me, fake being a teacher until you really become a teacher. Now I've made it. Now I am a teacher. When I first started, I was faking it. Okay, fake it till you make it. I like the others though. Sham it until you slam it. Feign it till you gain it. Forge it till you scourge it. Well, okay. And let's continue. I like Amy Cuddy a lot, by the way. I think she's got some good stuff to say. Researchers usually focus on interventions lasting a few months to speed things up for my 6-week time frame. I prioritized activities that ostensibly aimed, focused, targeted, directed several personality traits at once. Targeted for Vitali, targeted for Maurits, targeted for Oksana, targeted for Julia. aimed at. Exactly, Oksana. They ostensibly aimed at. They targeted, says Human. Targeted, says Olga. Targeted, says Vandana. Okay, that ostensibly focused on. Were directed at. Hi Alex, lovely to see you. That ostensibly, great to see you Alex, that ostensibly targeted, because targeted doesn't take a preposition. So one more, the last one for today. Yep, exactly, Olga. In all the other cases we need a preposition. By going to a yoga class or freeing, franking, opening, unfolding up to a friend, for example, I could improve my neuroticism, agreeableness and extraversion simultaneously. We got the same phrasal verb again, haven't we? Opening, says Maurit. Opening for Oksana. Opening up, says Vitali. Opening up, says Julia. Opening up, says Alex. Again, opening up, says Olga. Opening up, says Human. Okay. Opening up, says Vandana. Freeing up. To free up is to make some time available. Franking up doesn't exist. To be frank. Unfolding. By oversharing to a friend. I love it. Yeah, who doesn't want to hear the rest of it? The graphic details. I love that oversharing to a friend. Okay, come on then, one more. To Frank. Okay, wait a sec, Alex, to Frank. Yes, when you've got a stamp, when you've got a letter and you stamp it to Frank, franked mail. When the post office take the stamp and they knock it against the stamps, that's to Frank. Franked mail. Frankly. I was clearly, plainly, bluntly, frankly too afraid to try some of these activities. Nothing to do with being frank at all, no. Frankly, says Vitali. Frankly, says Vandana. Frankly for Olga. Frankly for Julia. Frankly for Maurits. Clearly, plainly, bluntly, no. Blunt is being direct, but frankly, honestly. Being bluntly is telling somebody in very direct language the truth that they probably don't want to hear. Yes, I'm sure we've had something like this. Frankly, I was frankly too afraid. Frankly, I don't mind what happens. Frankly is about telling the truth. Francobolo. Yes, franked mail. A franking machine. Machine in the post office. Okay, so frankly, I'm too afraid to try some of the activities. And unfortunately, I need to stop there. So, let's see. Next stream will be on Thursday, which will be the 19th of February. So thank you all. Thank you for coming, Glenn. Thank you, Maurits. It's great to have you. It's good to see you, Alex. Thank you, Human. Thank you, Vitali. Thank you, Oksana. Thank you, Julia. Let me do this properly. So thank you to Alex and Glenn and Human. Thank you to Julia and Maurits and Marco. Thank you to Oksana and Olga and Vandana and Vitali. It's great having you all. Thank you, Marco. Thank you, Maniska. Thank you, Olga. It's been great. It's been great. It's been great as always. Franco as a prefix means free from duty, and franchise very clearly. Okay, and that's why the franchise is related to it as well. Huh. Yes, because there's this idea, Puerto Franco, a port without duty. Ha, that's interesting as well. Okay, so take care all of you, and I will see you all on Thursday. Emily Coué was the one to come up with the concept of auto-suggestion, which is what fake it till it make it boils down to. I will have a look at Emily Coué, because Emile Coué, because I don't know him. Thank you, Olga. Emile Coué. Because I like this idea of auto-suggestion. It's a very interesting thing. Also, I don't know if you know this thing about body language. Before going will be on Thursday at 3:30 p.m. UK time. Power posing before you go into a job interview and things like that. It's been a pleasure having you. So take care all of you, and bye for now.